And then what happened?
So I literally grab her by her lash extensions and I drag her.
Wait. Hello?
Hey girl, did you see the news? Dude, I got all the tea, so I'm on my way to pick you up. Stop what you're doing. We need to talk about ASAP. All right, bye.
So what's the tea?
Girl, I'll tell you when we get there.
Are we rolling?
Girl, you're not going to believe this.
Cap or no cap?
Let's hear it. What is it?
It's boosted, bitch.
What's up, guys? It's Mir.
Here we are.
Hey, guys.
We are here with Megan Deluca. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have been following each other for a few years on social media, but
Yes.
never got to meet in real life.
First
so we
time.
have her here. She's
Here
local.
today.
Yes.
I don't. Oh my gosh. I'm from Philadelphia, like around Philly in the Delco area. If you guys know that, that's where my accent comes from, and a lot of people like to talk about my accent. I don't know if it's the A's or what that I talk about, but I don't know if you guys can tell. Could you tell when you first met me?
I would have thought you were not from Philly. I would have
No.
thought you were from somewhere else.
Yeah, so I'm like 30 minutes out of Philly in Delco. It's a very niche little town, and there's a bunch of little towns in there, and everyone's just like Delco strong, and they're something else. Like, you guys are gonna have to come down there one day, and we'll go out and I'll show you around, and it's something else. I can't even describe it to you. It's something you gotta experience on your own.
Oh,
Well, I actually have a friend from Delco.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I said, like, they always have this different accent, and, like, I feel like they have lots of land. Like, this one lives on a farm. Like, you guys are more, like, chilling, lots of, like, just hometown vibes.
Yeah,
really.
it's kind of where I live specifically is kind of like around here. It's like the suburbs, but there's enough things to do. And if you really want to go out, you go out in the city. I'm like 20 minutes from Philly, 30 minutes. Depending on where you go, it can be like 45, 50 minutes. But it's a small little place that not a lot of people have heard of. But, you know, the ones that do know about Delco are they like it, you know.
Would you say you have, like, the biggest following or biggest social media presence from your area?
I would say so, because I don't know anyone else that has the amount of followers that I do in the area.
And how many followers do you have?
I'm at like 1.1 million right now.
Oh, wow.
And it's funny how I got into it is my mom put me into a Facebook contest. And
For
it was
what?
for redheads. It's so
way.
weird. It was for redheads, and whoever got the most likes, like, got to be an I Love Redheads girl, and they're like,
What's
some
an I Love
company-
Redheads girl?
Yeah.
There's some company out in California, I believe, and they just, if you lived out there, you could go model for them, and it was just like appreciation for redheads and stuff. And so I ended up winning, and I was like a senior in high school. I wasn't even old enough to do it. I was like 17. You're supposed to be 18, and from there, I just found out that there was this huge community of redheads and people that love redheads on Instagram, and that's where my following started. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Being a redhead, I used to get bullied all the time, you know, I'm sure, like being a ginger, whatever. Now I'm just like, look at me now, guys.
I love redheads.
Yeah. No cap.
Yeah, so it all started from that and from being a redhead. But I don't know anyone else in the area. I try to get as many people as I, like, know if they, like, have a unique look. I'm like, you should get into modeling, like, totally do it. I really like to support people from Delco and from the area, so, like, when seeing anyone else that has, like, a following or that wants to get into it, like, I will let you know everything that I know, you know?
That's so nice.
Yeah, just because, especially in this space, so many girls are so mean and just, like, fake about things, and I'm like, I don't want to be that person, so.
Yeah,
try not to
nobody
be.
helped me out to figure out my way.
Yeah, look at you. I mean, 1.8 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
But now I help other women because
Yeah.
there's not really, like, any of us out there. But I do feel like it is a small town type of vibe of why you want to help people. I don't know anybody from Miami or LA that's like, yeah, let's just, like, help others for free.
Yeah.
Like, no, they're like, yeah, pay.
Yeah, and that's, like, part of my Instagram, I think, is very, like, real to me. I don't post just modeling pictures. I like to show stuff that I love and about my personality, and, like, I really am big, too, on, like, just being real with people, and, like, you know, I don't want to always have this image of myself where I'm picture perfect, because that's a lot of what you see on Instagram, and power to all the girls that do it. I absolutely love that. I just want to be real with people because not everything's perfect all the time. Like, I'm a ginger, so I'm pale, so I got bruises. You're gonna see myself. You're gonna see it all. Like, so I like to just like check in every once in a while and post like, no makeup, no like filters, stuff like that, and just show the real side of myself because it's very misleading on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people like that I've met that they're like, I thought you were so intimidating. I'm like, me? I'm like, what? I'm sure you get the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know your personality at first. I was like, I wonder how she's gonna be.
Yeah.
Mer was like, I don't know. Is she cool? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, look at her page. And she's like, can't tell by her page.
Right,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. I was like, I think she's cool though.
Yeah. You guys are amazing. I always get so nervous to meet people, and I feel like I can click with anybody and have conversations with anyone. But I'm definitely vibing with your vibe.
Hey.
I love it.
Speaking of, what's your sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh,
What are you guys?
Capricorn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any like any stereotypes about Pisces that you know? I'll tell you if it's true for me.
I would say you guys are emotional.
I'm emotional, yes, but I know how to dial it back, and I'm actually like becoming a spiritual person has made me be able to dial back my emotions and deal with them in like better ways than I think most people do. But I would definitely agree. Pisces are emotional.
Okay.
I put my heart and soul into everything,
Well, that's good though.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
They say you guys are like super creative and everything too.
Yeah, I love art, and I love like, that's why I think I like modeling, because I never wanted to model actually growing up. I never thought of it, and it just happened, and like doing it has given me a creative outlet. Same with like painting, or like I want to start learning guitar, piano, and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say I'm creative. I get mad though when I'm not good at like decent at everything that I do right away. So I get frustrated, and I need to work on that. But
Well, on that topic, you're starting to photo shoot. You're starting to be a photographer.
And you're doing amazing.
yes, I'm so glad that you guys let me capture you guys. I really hope I can do your beauty justice. But I definitely want to get into the photography aspect of modeling, because it's just not a safe like space for models, and I just have heard so many horror stories, and I want to be a safe female photographer for people. And you're always more comfortable with other females as a female, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, I really want to get into
I'm
it.
sick of all these men taking charge of our money and
Right.
our bodies.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And speaking of that, in the news, speaking of women's rights and women's bodies, in the news this week was pretty wild with this Roe versus Wade situation. I guess they're trying to take back more of our women's rights. Did you see what was going on? What do you think of that?
I heard that Roe versus Wade was getting overturned, and I'm not up to date on all the politics that I should be. I don't know enough about it. But my opinion is that women should have their right to their body, and I'm very pro-choice. And I think, if you wanted to have an abortion or do something, you should be able to make that choice for yourself and do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's where I stand with it.
It's
so.
pretty scary though. Like
It
it's
is
our
really
bodies
scary.
and we have these men out there trying to tell us that we can't do something.
Yep.
It's like, what is going on right now? Everything's going backwards. I feel like we're living in a crazy universe, and I feel like maybe that's why like the metaverse is becoming a thing, because
Oh, yeah.
the real life is scary.
It's kind of insane because we are going backwards, and it's 2022. You would never think that these problems are still occurring the way that they are.
Yeah.
And everyone seems pretty woke these days, and whatnot. And it's just crazy that this is what we have to deal. It makes me scared for like my friends and like when I have kids and stuff, because I want them to be able to like, and the aspect of it where it's for your own safety, and like say you're pregnant and you have something wrong with the pregnancy where like you could die, like the fact that people still want to ban abortion and stuff is insane to me. So.
Well, the thing I saw was one of the congresswomen, they were fighting the judge about it, where they were talking back and forth about this Roe versus Wade situation. And he was like, well, what I don't like is that if a 13-year-old was raped by somebody and then you're going to make her go full term with this baby that she doesn't want to do. And then this woman, she was a woman, she's like, well, there's other alternatives. She could have the baby and then give it up for adoption. And no matter what, it's a living body inside of her. I'm like, no, like that's such hardship. She's already going to deal with all this mental
Right.
stuff that she just
Absolutely.
dealt with, and then on top of it, having a baby that you don't want at 13 years old.
And then also being like forced almost to then give it away. Then it's like, okay, what if one day she has such a desire to have kids and stuff and she's like, where's my kid now? But she can't see it. Like,
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
And that's a whole other story with someone like getting assaulted or raped or something. Like, it's crazy to me that people want to say, no, she can't have an abortion. A 13-year-old child. Like,
and the people making these decisions too, half of them physically can't ever experience that.
Exactly.
And the other half, maybe they've gone through something, maybe they've had an abortion, maybe not, but some of them probably never went through that experience ever to even be able to speak on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely, I agree.
Man, God. It gets me fired up.
I know
thinking about
it
this
does.
stuff.
But then also people have such like complications and stuff with pregnancy too. Like some people, like you're risking your life to have a child. And at that point, would you have an abortion or would you risk your entire life for a newborn? But then it's like they're growing up without a mom.
Yeah. I mean, I know personally in my life, I'm nowhere near ready to have a child.
Oh, no.
You know, and other people are there. I'm not personally. So I don't want that choice taken away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Right.
Well, we shall see how this plays off.
Yeah.
So while we're here, I wanted to ask you, do you have an OnlyFans?
I do. Okay, so I was actually really against OnlyFans in the beginning. The whole stigma with it. I have a Patreon, and I started out on that. And unfortunately, OnlyFans has like 60 million subscribers versus Patreon has like 6 million. So obviously, there's more money to be made there. I just was very nervous to do it because of the talk and people thinking I'm doing all these things, and I don't do any sex work or nudes or anything like that. And I think that people do that. That's great, amazing, like good for you. I just don't personally do it. But I had so many people in my town and everyone talking, saying I'm doing all these things that I'm not doing, and I'm like, what? Like, where are you hearing this stuff? And it's just a stigma with it.
Yeah.
So I decided to say, fuck the stigma. I'm making an OnlyFans, and it's been great.
Good.
Everybody's really nice. I have really strong boundaries with everything that I do, but I would encourage people to do it.
How long have you been on the platform?
Since November. So it hasn't
wow.
even been a year.
Wow.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And what do you post on your OnlyFans?
I just post like lingerie, bikini pictures, basically what you can see on my like Instagram. You would just get like behind the scenes videos and like full photo sets and stuff like that. And like every now and then like selfies, you know, but I try to keep strong boundaries with myself because I've had shitty situations with photographers and people even like taking pictures and then like posting it and like just saying weird stuff about me, like, and then I found out about it later, like photographers saying it. So I'm like, I really only work with my main photographer because I'm skeptical of people, but it's been really great so far. It's been amazing. Yeah.
And how did you find your photographer?
We met through Instagram actually like 3 or 4 years ago. We did a photo shoot at the museum in Philly.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then COVID happened. And I actually worked at a daycare for 7 years, and I love kids. I wanted to be a teacher. That was what I originally wanted to do, but
Me too. Oh my God, that's funny.
yeah. I love kids, but I just was getting real tired of it, and I don't want to work a 9 to 5. That's just not who I am.
you. No.
So this is what I do full time now, and it's great, and I love it.
You also do Twitch, correct?
Yes.
And how is that? Is it a different, like totally different platform? Is it thriving? Is it harder to do?
It is definitely harder to gain a following on Twitch and for it to be consistent money because people, I have 1 million followers on Instagram. Not everyone is going to come over to Twitch. It's just one of those platforms that it's super hard to get a following on. But I will say 100%, the people that do come in on Twitch support me 100%. And they're on every single website I have. They're the ones liking my pictures, commenting, and like they really want to get to know my personality. And that's what's kind of cool because I get to learn about my own followers in a way that through Twitch. So I think it's a really great way to connect with your followers and your fans that like really like you. Me and my producer, photographer, we're very strict though on Twitch where like we don't like let stuff slide. Like if you're being rude or like even just saying some weird stuff, like we don't want to let that slide because then more people are going to come in and think it's okay and whatnot. But I really love
chain
it.
reaction.
Exactly. Yeah. I love it. I play video games. I'm super into Call of Duty and I just downloaded Fortnite right now. So I like it. And I would play video games in my spare time. So why not? you know.
Well, you're gonna have to give me some trips.
Definitely.
My setup should be done within a month. I used to play Call of Duty on Xbox, but I heard it's so different on the PC.
It's way better.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll excited.
Have to play sometime because I love Call of Duty.
Don't judge me. I'm literally gonna have one kill.
I was
I'm
That's how I
horrible at
was.
it.
I was so bad. I was literally terrible, and I'm very critical of myself. So I'd be like, guys, I swear I'm not this bad. But you know, you just learn so much. And I never even played Warzone before, which that's like the battle royale one. And Mike actually got me to play it, and he was like, he's like, I promise you'll like it. Just give it a chance. You know. Now it's like all I play. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite game. I wouldn't say I'm good at it. I would say I'm decent. I'm better than half my friends. I can say that, but. It's such a fun game, and I like playing solo Warzone because I'm very competitive, so, like, winning by myself is super fun. But when you do have, like, people to play with that are your friends, it is also super fun.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely have to play sometime.
I'm excited.
How long have you been doing Twitch for?
About a year and a half, I want to say, maybe 2 years. But it's definitely, I think more people are switching over to YouTube currently.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
YouTube is so hard.
Yeah.
It really is, and they have so many rules too. It's so hard to do anything on it.
Twitch has a lot of rules too, like copywritten music. You can't play any it has to be it has to be uncopywritten music if you're playing it in the background and stuff, and you can get banned pretty easily for stuff.
Really?
See, that's why I love OnlyFans. They don't care. I'm always playing music. I'm live there doing whatever I want.
Oh, I didn't even know I could go live on OnlyFans.
Girl, what? Girl, you're missing out on money.
I'm gonna have
You're
to try
missing out because and you can get tips. I guess kind of like Twitch.
Yeah.
So you'll be live, and just during a photo shoot, you could be live, and they'll be tipping you, and like you can make up a game. Sometimes I play like solitaire or like Go Fish or something because it makes them like flip the card. Like you should do it.
What? How do you play Go Fish on live?
I made up that game. Don't play Go Fish. I haven't played Go Fish in forever. I just couldn't think of the other name. What is the other card game? It's like upper, lower, higher or lower.
Yeah.
Yes. What is that called?
You
though?
just get. I think it's literally called higher or lower, and you guess.
So you're playing the card game?
Yeah. So if I'm like, here's a 6, and then that person has to guess higher or lower. And then I'm like, if it's higher and you're right, then I'll take something off or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. It's definitely a drinking game. I know people have play it to drink too.
But I do it to strip.
Yeah. make that money. That's smart. I don't know anyone that would think of like things like that. That's such a smart idea.
Yeah. I could help you a lot, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm totally down for that.
Yeah,
I
we
never
did
knew.
just collab, everybody, if you're watching. So
keep
watch
an
out.
eye out. Yeah.
And she took photos of us.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope I can do you guys justice because I really want to get into learning how to edit and stuff. And
you can definitely tell, like, right when you showed us the pictures right on the camera, you can tell if they're going to be good or not. They were already fired without editing. So
good.
I think you got it. And I feel like as a female, too, you know the angles. You know what you do like, what you don't like. So it's just like, oh, here it is. And like you said, you're creative. So it's like you put, like, the art behind it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I really just, the main purpose of me becoming a photographer is to, you know, make it a safer space. Like, as I said before, I'm sure you guys have horror stories. Do you have any horror stories?
Well, you're only my second photo shoot.
I hope I did good.
She just started. Her first one was with me, now her second one's with me, and she's killing it, Murray.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh,
but I am a little mad at you because you haven't even posted one of those photos yet.
I know, I was going to do it tonight.
Okay. No, Saturdays are the worst. Don't
it's
ever
Friday.
post. Wait, it's Friday.
Well, still weekend.
But no, Fridays and Saturdays are
that's
the
what I was thinking
worst.
too. But not gonna lie, I wanted to wait to post until after I got home from my family trip.
Do it on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Here's my butt.
Right. Right.
I don't care.
You gotta show what your mama gave you.
Yeah.
It's very true. Oh my God, imagine it's the caption.
Oh, God.
That's great.
Right?
Wow.
But no, you were very comfortable to like photograph with and stuff, yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah, you made it really easy.
I'm glad. I don't know. I've dealt with a lot of crappy photographers, and I know a lot of my friends have too. Like, I haven't had like any really crazy experiences, but just like through my friends and through newer models that think things are normal when they're not. It just like breaks my heart hearing these things. Like, you know.
You're talking about kind of like they're forced to do stuff that they wouldn't really want to?
It's a weird space because I know like girls like that maybe not, they don't want to shoot lingerie or they don't want to shoot like nude or something, and they think that they have to with these photographers because that's all over their page, and they want to shoot with this great photographer and that's all over their page, so they think that they have to deal with it, and it's just not true.
And two, people have like, I know I personally, I have such a hard time saying no to like anything. I'm like, I'm such a people pleaser. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And then I get home and I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? You know?
I actually did like a shoot my first year, and I don't have stuff that I regret, but I wish I could have gone back and like not done it. And I don't do like nudes or anything, but even just like I crossed my boundaries because I just didn't know better, you know, and it is weird. I'm the same way, and I never say no to people. I'm like, so now I'm very firm in my boundaries, and I want to make clear, even like before we saw you guys, just hopping on a call with you guys and talking about everything so that nothing gets like lost in translation there.
When you did that, we loved that. We
That's
were both
good.
like, what?
I've been in this industry for so long, and that's never happened to me. I was like, this girl wants to hop on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, and I was like a little nervous. I was like, uh-oh, is she like bougie? Is she like really like
It
stuck
scared
up?
me.
Yeah.
It intimidated me.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
like,
oh,
why do we
fuck.
go?
And then you were so chill, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But you made it very clear from the beginning what you want, what you don't want, what you like, everything like that. And it got you to know us and us to know you as well, you know?
Absolutely.
Because like you said, it's a podcast. We're talking. If you can't vibe with somebody, what's the point of doing a podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a vibe check, and it's not like, even if you guys were like, no, I'm not comfortable with doing this or whatever, good vibes, you know, I wish you the best, you know.
Yeah.
It's just to see how everyone's feeling about each other, what your boundaries are, getting to know everyone, and, you know, I don't know, I just hate this industry, and I'm trying to make it more professional in a way and up the standard because of all the miscommunication and bad things that can happen. So.
And you said you wanted to start a podcast, and isn't that kind of like off of the lines of that?
Yeah, so me and my manager, photographer, he does everything for me, Mike, are starting a podcast. It's going to be Megan Mike.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, and we would love to have you guys on it, of course. But it's going to be kind of talking about like the industry, talking about current events going on, and he is a photographer, so he knows all the technical stuff, and you know, I'm the model, so I see things from the different point of view. So it's kind of like both sides of the lens kind of thing.
That's
I like
amazing.
it.
Yeah. Very excited.
Did you see, speaking of, you want to talk about current topics, did you see that Dave Chappelle got tackled on his live stage performance this week?
I did not. What?
You didn't?
No.
How did you not see it?
I haven't
The
been on
guy that
social media.
attacked him came out crip walking. Like,
Walking, his arm backwards, scary. I do have a photo. I was like, if she didn't see it, I have to show her this
His
photo.
arm is backwards.
Literally,
Yes.
like, backwards. Look.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my, what is security did
Right.
that?
No, Jamie Foxx. Who was it? Jamie Foxx and I have it written down.
Oh my
so I got
gosh.
these facts right. Jamie Foxx and Busta Rhymes and security attacked him on stage, and then after that happened, Chris Rock comes running on stage, grabs the mic, and goes, "Was that Will Smith?"
What? Wait,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. Because how are you going to transition into
Right,
comedy after that? That's insane.
Yeah.
That's-
You should have seen. There was so many people tackling this dude. Like, it was so wild.
I'm sure there's videos.
But
There is
he-
some kind of like bullshit going on at every single like gathering, concert,
scared to
festival.
go
Yeah, I
out.
know, literally. Like,
Yeah.
But this guy, he had a knife on him and a gun on him. Yes.
How did he get in? How did he get in?
I have no idea.
That makes no sense because everywhere I've been recently is very like uptight with security and like bags and stuff like that. Especially
Everywhere
if it's
I
like
go
a
is
stand-up
not.
show, you know, you would think that they would have more control.
Yeah.
But that's actually insane. I wonder what kind of injuries that guy has because
Dude, he's
that's
fucked
brutal.
up.
Imagine he has to get his arm like cut off or whatever. What's
Oh
it
my
called?
God. Amputated?
Yeah,
I
that's
have
what it
no
looks
idea.
like. It's like, eh.
Completely turn around.
Yeah.
I guess it. I don't know if I'm right on this, but I think it came from like a trans joke. Dave Chappelle made a trans joke, and then this guy like hopped up on the stage, and I guess you would say try to kill him with a knife and gun, but
Oh my God.
See, that's surprising because you know when you're going to go to a show that you need to expect all kinds of types of jokes, you know?
yeah,
So,
it's a fucking comedy show.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, if you can't take a joke, you can't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought the best thing was Chris Rock running up on stage saying,
I
was that
didn't-
Will Smith?
I did not know that. That's funny.
Do you guys think that was a publicity stunt, or do you think that was real?
We talked about this before, and at first I thought it was fake.
Yeah, me too.
But now I definitely don't think so. I don't know. He's not allowed in the Oscars. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But do you think, okay, say when the Oscars come back around, do you think they'll be like, oh, you can actually come back?
Maybe. I don't know. I thought it was fake at first too, because I was like, no way.
Right.
Like there's no way this is real and that this is actually happening. But the more it goes on and the stuff that's coming out, it sounds like it was real. So.
I guess she wants to try to sue Will Smith right now.
Really? She does?
She does, saying that she was so embarrassed and blah, 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 and now she wants all this money. I think she's going to try to divorce him, or if they were already divorced. I'm not really sure.
Didn't she cheat on him?
Well, they were in an apparent open relationship. So they both knew that was happening, I guess.
That's insane.
I'm sick of this open
Right.
relationship shit.
Oh, jeez.
Are you about that life? Did you
don't-
ever share?
I don't think I could personally, just because I'm not a jealous person, but like seeing someone that I am in love with somebody else would totally bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even people I'm not even like if I'm just talking to them, I'm like, I don't like this.
Right.
Yeah, literally.
I'm like, who else are you even texting? Let alone
Yeah.
fucking, literally. Like,
We're Capricorns, so we're definitely jealous.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm like, since I'm a Pisces, I fall in love in a second. So, and then I'm over it after 2 seconds too. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm very confident in myself, but I'm very I don't trust people either at the same
me
time.
either.
You know, I'll keep you at arm's distance first and then see.
yeah.
But I don't think I could be in an open relationship personally.
I used to say I would, but now, oh my God, no.
Yeah.
I would go psycho.
Yeah.
I would for sure. I had a
You-
threesome once, and
Really?
I got out of the threesome. I was blacked out, so
Yeah.
I came to the next morning,
Yeah.
and I had like 5 broken fingers. I had bruises all over me.
You
It
did
was-
not tell me that.
No? Yeah, like it was fucking intense. It was in
That's crazy.
Vegas.
Wait, you gotta tell her the best part of who was in the room next door.
Yeah, so okay, it was a family trip to Vegas. I was 19. I swear to God.
Stop.
Family trip.
This
family.
is juicy. I like it.
So I went with my mom, dad, my brother. My brother brought a friend, and I brought my friend, which is bisexual. So I was cool with her being bisexual. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. You know, don't fuck me.
Yeah.
But so we were at the Chippendales. Do you know what Chippendales
The
is?
stripper place.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
strippers. So I had a fake ID in Vegas.
In Vegas, and they let you in? Wow. That's kind of surprising. I feel like
No,
Vegas
they
is
don't
strict.
care. If you're like hot girl,
Yeah,
they're
that's
like,
true.
eh.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't
True.
too hot at 19. I don't think so. But, so we got in. I wound up getting pulled on stage at the Chippendale show, getting all these lap dances from these guys, and
Do
I'm
you have
loving
videos
life.
of this?
Yes,
Oh my
I
God, you
know.
need to pull them up.
I know.
That's great.
Yeah. So he pulled me on stage. Then he was like, "Oh, we have this after party. Like, you girls should come." And I'm like 19.
And you're
I was
like, yeah.
You love the attention. You're like, let's go.
Yeah.
It's just a party.
Yeah. So we get to this party, then we're playing Pong, and I guess the loser has to like get completely naked. And I'm like, I'm so good at Pong. I'm definitely winning. Like, so
There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. So we did win. And then, so the guys got naked, and then they were like trying to like make moves on me and stuff, but I was not having it. They weren't feeling my friend, but they were feeling me. So I was like, no, dude, like my friend is the bisexual one. Like she's freaky. Like go with her. And he was like, they were like not feeling it. I was like, no. And then my friend is like, come on, Sam, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I
We're
was
in
like,
Vegas. You have to.
literally.
For the plot, the story, you know.
It's
We
for
have
the-
to
it's
go
for
home
the-
with the story, literally.
It's for the podcast. It's 10 years later.
right.
But I guess what happened was I was like, if I'm really drunk, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Really drunk. And he was like, okay. Lined up 9 shots of tequila. I'll never forget this. And I did it like a champ, like, dude. I did not care. And the next thing you know, I literally don't really remember much. Like, I remember like coming in and out and like getting jealous during it, and I remember punching her and everything.
Oh
I remember me flying across the bed
Oh my
and
gosh.
landing like in some weird position, me coming back up like to fight again. I have no idea. But
Wait, how did this trip end? Were you guys friends still?
oh yeah. We didn't remember anything. So I wake up, I come to the next day, my hair is drenched in water and stuff. So I'm like, yo, girl, what the fuck? Why is my hair wet? I took a shower last night. Like, go me. She's like, no, bitch, like we were in the shower last night. And I was like,
Gosh.
oh shit, okay. And so then I'm looking at my fingers, they're all like black and blue, and like I was like, what? So I'm just like, I need to go downstairs for some food. So we're in the elevator. The elevator comes down, it opens. It's like this bachelor party type of dudes. And they're like, yo, it's the chicks from last night.
No way. What
And
are the odds?
That's when your heart drops and you're like,
yeah.
what the fuck did I do? What did I do?
Meanwhile, I'm in the elevator with my parents.
Oh my God.
And my little brother.
Sam, what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so I'm like, oh shit, what happened last night? I don't even know what happened last night. And they're like, yo, you were beating the shit out of each other in the elevator. So I guess somehow during this threesome, we got into the elevator and we were down in the whole lobby, like hot tub area where everybody could see us doing this threesome, I guess.
Oh my God.
I have no idea. But a bunch of people watched it, and he said that we were so out of control afterwards, like fighting each other, I guess, for this guy. And it just got so intense that these guys just watched us in the elevator. And we didn't even remember it. She didn't remember it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's definitely a story. I mean, holy crap.
I mean, that fits Vegas's motto pretty well.
Wait,
What?
that's the whole vibe. Like in Vegas, you don't talk about what happens
Yeah.
after.
But
So-
my fucking parents were there.
Right. Unless
they
you have a
mad?
podcast, then you talk about it.
Yeah.
Or did they find out?
Well, they were in the elevator when these guys were like, you were with some dude last night and da-da-da. And then I was like looking at my parents, and my
You got
parents
the
were
wrong
like, what
person.
the fuck? I
I'd be
was
like, Mom, it wasn't me. Some girl that looked like me.
well, thank God my family were like pretty tight, and my brother is like, he's the mess up of the family. Love you, but thank God I'm not. So he was kind of like egging it on,
Yeah.
but my parents were like, no, it's fine. At least it wasn't Jesse, because my brother probably would have been having a whole gangbang, and got all the girls pregnant. So,
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
yeah, it was wild.
And you don't even remember being jealous and you ended up fighting someone.
I do remember like blacking out and like coming to and like me fighting my friend, and I'm like, get off.
Are
Like,
you still friends?
She like grew up. She has like children and like married now,
Yeah.
but like we follow each other on Facebook, like old people. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you
But
just like outgrew each other, kind of.
she might listen to this.
What's up?
I won't say your name.
You're airing my stuff out.
It was fun. Have you ever had any wild experiences like that?
I'm actually like, I don't want to say celibate right now, but I was like, not to get all deep and dark, but I was like sexually assaulted and stuff. Yeah, like, so like 3 years ago. And ever since then, I could not figure out what was wrong with me. Every time I would hook up with someone, I'd be like, why is this suck? Like, it was terrible. And I figured out I just have to have an emotional connection with someone in order to hook up with them. So I'm very like, I don't do anything. I will egg people on. I'm like,
A tease.
I hope you like,
Yeah.
like I mean, my friends, I'm like, do whatever makes you happy. You're young now. Do what you want to do. I just can't do it, but I'll egg you on, and I'll hope you're having a good time. Be safe with it, but I don't have anything crazy like that. I don't know. That's a good story.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I'm sorry about your sexual assault. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But that's part of like why I want to make it a safe space, just because all the shit that goes on, I've heard, like I said, such bad horror stories. I don't know who it was, but I did hear one time that this girl, I don't know who the photographer or the girl was, but I heard through the grapevine, so I don't know how true this is, but I heard that this girl was doing lingerie, and like she was kind of bent over a little bit, and this dude, the photographer, she heard him like unzip his pants, and he started to,
No.
and onto her.
What?
Yeah. And she wanted to quit modeling, and I would quit after that. I don't even know who the people are, but
Oh my God.
and it's crazy though, because I feel like all these stories, you're like, well, I don't know what to believe, and like with these photographers, it's just you never know, and unfortunately, a lot of people that I feel like are in it for the wrong reasons, like that, do have a platform and do have all the followers and like the photographers in that sense, So I don't know. I'm very weird with photographers, so that's why, but.
Yeah.
What happened to me didn't happen with a photographer.
I've heard a lot of stories. I'm
Yeah.
very stern and like outgoing, so it could never happen to me. But I've been in those predicaments where photographers would be like, just take your top off. It's fine. Like, we're cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that yet. That was like 4 years ago. He's like, yeah, but it's fine. Or I'll edit in a certain way where you can't really tell. And like,
Yeah.
they really try to finesse these
Yeah.
girls.
Well, if you can't tell, then what's the point anyway?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I also deal with photographers like not even getting your edits back. It's like, so we do this whole shoot and then I get 0 edits. What the fuck?
Just so they can see your titties.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's happened to some people I know too, like doing nudes or doing stuff like that. And it's just literally, that's what makes me so scared, because there are so many, for men specifically, I feel like it is a opportunistic, like, world, you know, in the modeling industry, and all the girls that have OnlyFans, I can just shoot girls with OnlyFans and then see them naked and hook up with them and stuff like that. So like, I don't know. I think if you're a photographer personally, you should not like hook up with your models. I think if you have a connection with someone, that you should totally explore that, you know. If you're in love with someone, do it, you know, just be safe and try not to hook up with your models and try to be professional about it in a way, you know.
What made it worse, I do think, and I love OnlyFans, but I think OnlyFans really fucked up the modeling industry, because these photographers would be like, well, just get naked and you'll make money, you know?
Yeah.
You'll make money. And, you know, oh, you need a dick? Like, use mine. And,
Yeah.
you know, so it got really jaded for a while, and I hear a lot of stories, but I think it is getting a little better. I think us women, like, really need to speak up and tell our stories and just, you know, lift each other up, more female photographers, and I think that we could change the game.
I agree. I completely agree. That's why I want to get into it, you know?
Yeah.
After that happened to you, starting OnlyFans, were you like fearing starting it? Did you have like doubts going like into that world? Or
Yes
like
and
working
no.
with your first photographer? How was that?
So this happened, I started shooting when I was for like 5 years ago, and I would shoot with people, and I actually had a photographer that was really nice and was like, don't ever shoot with a photographer who wants to be like, oh, drop the shoulder, like make sure you talk about everything beforehand. Here's contacts if you want to like talk to anyone that I've shot with, you know. And he was great the first like 5 photo shoots that I did with him, because I would shoot with him often, and then he got weird and would be like, oh, like, do you want to like do like this? And it was like literally like girls on girls, like, you know, which is like, sure, that's, other people are comfortable, I'm not, but I'm like, that's kind of weird, you know. And every single person that I've heard that has shot with him is like, no, like, don't do it. Like, he's a weirdo, unfortunately. But he started out being this great person that was like giving me tips because I was new, and it was just manipulation. So
Yeah.
but I did have like, I think that was part of the reason I didn't want to have an OnlyFans. And even with like Patreon, I'm very specific about my boundaries. Like, I don't talk to people sexually. If you want to have a conversation with me, that's great. I try not to make stuff too sexual because of the shit that has happened to me. So I don't like to be painted in a certain light, but I also can't control how people do see me.
Exactly.
So it's like kind of part of, I can control what I put on OnlyFans and what I'm doing and putting out there, and I'm okay with it. I'm never going to, even if I'm like, maybe, I'm not even going to post it, because I've learned my lesson with that, and I don't need to. But I think, all in all, I think that's where a lot of the money is made on OnlyFans, with like talking to people that way or doing custom things. That I don't do that because it crosses the line for me now.
Right.
But before I probably would have, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you have like stern.
Good for you. It's
yeah.
very inspiring. Yeah.
Thank you.
I know I'm going to have to like cry as like a
I
proud mother or
I
something.
know. Cry as a Capricorn. Dang.
wish.
The Pisces making us cry. You're bringing out the emotion in us, literally.
Yeah, I can get people to talk about so much stuff. Being a Pisces, people just come to me, and I used to actually, I've had some crazy experiences, like spiritually, ever since I did some things. You know, I became very, very spiritual. I love crystals. I love astrology. I don't know everything about it. But I've had crazy experiences with, like, in my dreams, I've dreamt that my cousin had twins, and then she had twins, and, like,
No way.
stuff like that. And then I've also had, I saw, like, a psychic. I went to Arizona, and I saw a psychic. And that stuff's totally up my alley. But some of it, I'm like, I don't know if I can believe that. And some of it, I'm like, it could be just general stuff.
Right.
So it's very back and forth. And this girl told me, like, stuff that there's no way she would have known it. She told me that I have spirit guides, and that when they try to connect with me, like, I'll feel it in my left shoulder and stuff. And I'm like, okay, when is that going to happen? And I've had, like, just insane experiences where, like, I just will feel my shoulder, like, like there's a tapping on my shoulder, but
No
nobody's actually
way.
tapping on it. Yeah. And I really, like, try to hone into, like, what I'm doing and, like, what kind of message that could be for me. But I actually, when I would get drunk at the bar, I would pick up on people's feelings really easily and like read people, and I just couldn't help it. So I'm drunk. I'm like, let me go over there and talk to this person, you know?
No way.
Yeah, and I would just like, I'd be like, are you feeling this way about this? It was so general, but I'm like, is there something going on with your sister or something? Like, because I don't know why I feel the need to ask you that, but I do. And
The
they'd be like,
psychic
what the
passed
fuck?
their psychic magic onto you.
One time I called my friend and I'm like, are you okay? I just had this weird like feeling that I need to check on you. And he was like, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, well, is your sister okay? I don't know, like, or something like with your sister and your nephew. And he was like, that's crazy that you just said that. He's like, you're freaking me the fuck out. Like, what's going on? And I was like, I don't know. I just feel like there's something like off with you guys, or like that there's something wrong. So just checking up, you know? And he was like, went into this whole story about stuff that was going on with his sister and his nephew. And I was just like, I don't know how I have like a reader like that. It doesn't happen to me all the time, but sometimes it does, and it's freaky.
I believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen a psychic that was spot on, and
Yeah.
it was so fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
me too.
Do you have any feelings towards us? Do you?
Yeah.
No, I love your vibe. I don't know. I feel
Do you
like it's
hence
when
that
I'm.
we're gonna be really rich?
Yes,
Yes.
you're right.
I have a feeling this is gonna be a great friendship. No, I don't know. I think you guys are really genuine people, and you can tell right off the bat, and you're very down to business. Like, you know, you're gonna get your shit done, but yeah.
But have fun along the way, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
I really wanted to talk about also, I know we're running out of time, about I don't know if you saw, but Ray J and Kim Kardashian, we all knew about the sex tape, and that's
Right.
how she became famous. I guess there was like a secret second sex tape that was about to get leaked by Ray J, but everything just came out, and Ray J is speaking up on this. And
Wait, the video went out?
no, like,
Oh.
just talk of that there is
Okay.
video. And moral of the story is Ray J came out, and I think it was just yesterday. He said the first sex tape was never leaked. Him and Kris Jenner has a signed agreement of leaking it on purpose for press. And now that Ray J has children, he's sick of hearing his name that he leaked a sex tape. He's like, our agreement was for like a certain amount of years, and now I'm done with it. He's like, we agreed that to put it out for clout, basically. And now that they're saying that there's a second one, only to bring up the views for their like Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode. So Ray J just blasted them yesterday and was like, no, it's all lies. There's not even a second one. Kanye West literally drove to his house to like get the laptop that was on or something.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Yes.
I feel like if there was a second one, it would have been leaked already.
Well, no, because it was never leaked. Kris Jenner put it out there on purpose and said it was leaked.
Oh, yeah, that I believe. But
Yeah.
if there was a second one, I feel like we would have seen it by now.
Well, no, Ray J says they all have it. There is a bunch of videos. There's like 20. Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian have these tapes. Ray J doesn't even have them, he said.
That it makes sense that he decided to come out about it after all these years, because if they did sign something, you know, but it's just crazy that a mom is willing to do that with her daughter, in my opinion.
Yes. Isn't that wild?
That
I mean,
is.
it worked out
I mean,
in
for
the
Kris
end,
Jenner,
but
it's not surprising.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they're very smart with their like publicity stunts and whatnot, but I understand Ray J coming forward and being like, I didn't leak this, it was planned, because you know you do have kids and you don't want your kids to see you in a different light.
right.
I guess that's what he's all worried about now that he's older.
Yeah.
And then with this talk of the second one, I guess he's like just really pissed off. And he's like, no, first off, the first one was a fraud. So
Wow.
That doesn't surprise me. Like,
everyone will do anything for clout nowadays.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so scary. Like,
Yeah.
God. Speaking of clout, we just to plug ourselves, we were on Dr. Phil last
Oh,
night.
yes,
No
we
way.
were. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so cool.
Yeah.
They were
it
like,
was
you'll be
so
up in
wild.
1 hour.
What
Literally
did you
gave
talk
me
about?
a 1
Are
hour
you allowed
like
to talk about it?
yeah.
Yeah.
We were, I don't know if you saw the episode of this model I used to work with, and she actually like stabbed her boyfriend. It
Yeah.
was so crazy.
Yeah.
But Fox News did a interview with me, put it on Fox News, and I guess Dr. Phil saw it. Then Dr. Phil wanted the podcast on to see my side of the story, and I was like in the mingle of this like investigation. I feel like
That's
our
crazy.
little podcast
Yeah, literally.
is like in an investigation. It's so weird.
That's good publicity.
yeah.
I mean,
I didn't have to pay anybody for it.
that's crazy. Congrats.
Yeah,
That's
thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah, it was wild, honestly.
Yeah, Ray J, if you see this, can you leak this video somewhere? God. Do you have anything? I know you had lots of notes. I feel like I'm such a talker.
Just speaking of Kim Kardashian, how do you guys feel about her wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress to the Met
Oh
Gala?
yes, did you see that?
I did see that. I think they should have just left it in the museum. But I think people are getting really upset over stuff that literally does not affect them in that way. I've seen so many TikToks about it. People in the comments fighting each other. I think they should have left it in the museum. I think she could have done anything else. And with the theme, I forget what the theme was. I don't even think it went with the theme. So it's like, what's the point of ruining a dress? Like, she doesn't fit in it.
She lost 16 pounds in 3 weeks to fit in it.
And she didn't even fit in it.
Right. And she bleached her hair like white overnight
Yeah.
in 10 hours just to wear a dress.
I think that's a bad image to put out for younger women and stuff, and I don't like that personally. I know everybody, if you have something big coming up, maybe you're gonna like eat healthier or like whatnot. Everyone does that, but to 3 weeks of eating, that's insane. That's not what you want to put out to the world.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
And all for an image.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, just for an image. Like
Yeah.
what?
For one
Everybody already
night.
knows you, girl. Chill the fuck out.
Exactly.
Like,
God damn.
yeah. Yeah, no.
Marilyn Monroe was such a fucking icon, and we know Kim Kardashian is our icon in like our days, but you cannot
Right.
compare.
Yeah, two different things. Absolutely.
Yeah. I would have loved to see somebody else in that dress other
Yeah.
than Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian.
And then also, I forget who it was, somebody that like runs her memorial or like the like tribute of her or something. They were like, oh, she would be so proud to see Kim Kardashian in the dress. Like, you have to say that now.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd rather see the skinny one. Who is the skinny
Yeah.
one? The pretty skinny sister.
Courtney?
Kendall.
Oh, Kendall.
Kendall would look
Yeah.
good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, come on, Kim. Those curves are not right. I
Like-
can't.
Yeah, and then I think they gave her Marilyn's old hair as like a gift as well. Like, imagine being dead, being like, oh, you wore her dress, here's her hair. Like, what would you do
That's
with
so
that?
weird.
That's
Yeah.
weird. That's, yeah.
I think she looked great, but I just think
I-
she could have done something completely different.
And then
Yeah.
she didn't even take a single picture with her sisters. I have to admit, her sisters did not look good.
Oh my God, her
I
sisters.
saw Kylie's. I was like,
I
Listen,
love
can't-
Off-White, I do,
Yeah.
but it was not a look.
I have no fashion sense at all, but like you can see what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't. It's annoying because I feel like a lot of celebrities don't actually go with the theme of the Met Gala and end up just looking. She had a backwards hat on. Like
Yeah.
what?
Well, it was a baseball, it was like a cap in the front and then like, I don't know what the...
Like a wedding thing.
Yeah. Well, no, the back of the hat was a different type of hat. It had like the like border. Like, what's one of those hats with like the hard top?
Trucker?
And, like,
A trucker hat?
I don't
No.
know.
like
Huh.
almost like a sun hat, but it's like hard. Like
I have
not
no
like a
idea.
fedora. I don't know,
know.
but it was like two different kinds of hats into one with the wedding like veil over top.
And it was probably like $1 million.
Yeah. And then it was just like a t-shirt with a wedding dress on the bottom that said off.
I liked Blake Lively's outfit.
Yes.
She looked
She
beautiful.
fucking killed
Yeah.
it. She killed it.
She did, and they said Katy Perry was in the top 5 talked about. Katy Perry came out of nowhere.
Wait, I don't even know what she wore.
I didn't see anything about her.
Me
at
either.
all. That's
I saw
crazy.
it on some article. She did look really good.
I
But
didn't even see any pictures.
Me
yeah,
either.
like when's the last time you heard of Katy Perry? And now she's
Making a comeback, I think. She dyed her hair back to the black that she used to be, and everyone started to talk about her a little bit more. But I didn't see any pictures of her at the Met Gala. I think I saw like Blake Lively. There was some reporter that everyone was obsessed with that looked really pretty.
And Elon Musk.
Yeah, and I don't know. I wanted to see Harry Styles because I love him, but he didn't go. So
Aw.
yeah,
Elon looked like a
daddy?
boss. Yeah, with his mom. He brings his mom to the Met Gala. And somebody asked him like why he was there, like what made him go there, because he's not really into those type of things. And he was like, oh, my mom really wanted to go, so that's why I'm here.
That's so cute. Oh my God.
That is cute.
Elon he needs to be president or something. I love him so much. I need him to buy Instagram so we're not shadow banned all the time.
I don't know enough about him. Like, I know some things, but not enough to, like, have an actual opinion on him.
Yeah.
You know?
He's just a really smart man, and he's obviously very powerful and rich, but he's really looking out for the greater human, like, being of life. And ever since my Twitter's been going off for the past, like, 2 weeks. I've been gaining so much, and I was shadow banned before, being, like, a Republican. And he even tweeted, like, he sees, like, a lot of people that were shadow banned and, like, blocked, basically, from your true audience because of being a Republican or, like, certain things.
Yeah.
And so he's, like, getting rid of all that. And he even said that Twitter, I don't remember the percentage, but it was, like, more than half are actually bots. So Twitter isn't as poppin' as you think.
Wow.
They're all bots. And what Elon is working on is getting rid of all the bots right now. And that's what I want. Even on Instagram, I have 1.8 million, but I bet like 500,000 of them are bots.
Yeah. And all the comments with girls commenting that are fake.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of people that take your pictures and pretend to be you? I'm sure.
Oh yeah. There's like that Boosted Chick 1, 2, 3, Samantha Gangware 3. It's like, come on,
you think
dude.
they gotta make some decent money to be constantly making like fake profiles? Because it's crazy.
Actually, I have a crazy story. So last summer, I had a woman reach out to me a bunch of times on emails and then everywhere else, like TikTok and every platform, to get my attention. And she's like, my husband is spending so much money on you, and now you're asking him to wire transfer crypto into like money, and it was like some weird exchange that was going on, and I just kept ignoring it because everybody gets scammed.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're the one that's getting scammed.
Right.
Like, then I get texts. Somehow she got my number.
What?
And
That's
then I'm
scary.
like, what? Yeah. I was with Zena. It was so scary. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call this lady. So I called her and I'm like, yo, I don't know, but like, I'm popping. I'm not sending somebody crypto. If anything, they're tipping me.
They're sending it to you.
me. Yeah. She's like, no, you were sending him crypto in exchange for American dollars because you want American dollars or something. I said,
What?
no, I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, you sent them your license. I have it. I said, send it to me. There is some fake license that somebody from across the seas.
Somebody got a fake ID of you?
Oh my god.
Yes, but it says like I'm 5'2". Like they have the wrong address. Like it was a weird photo, but it literally looks like a fucking.
That's scary.
It's fucking weird. So I was like, girl, like you need to report this to the police. Like this is not me. She was, where does it say online where you're not 5'2"? I don't believe you. I'm like, this girl's psycho. This woman is so psycho. I said, trust me, just look at my fucking photos. I'm not 5'2". That's the first off biggest lie. Yeah. And I was like, why would I send my ID to somebody?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? She's like, my husband has spent almost $100,000 on you.
Damn.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm pissed because I have not seen any of this. Like,
where's
How
your
do people
husband
fall
now?
for that? Like how?
Yeah.
Like even with the fake ID or whatnot, like that just doesn't make any sense. Like how are you that stupid?
Right.
yeah,
Like,
but these people are that delusional. I was like, my account is verified. You can message me on there and I will tell you it is not me on any other thing.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, you message him on your fake account. Like that doesn't really have followers, so then you don't get caught or something.
Why
I know
would
your
waste
sneaky
my time
ways.
On that?
Yeah.
Why would I waste my time?
how is she
messaging
putting
on a
up
fake
with
account?
this? She finally put her foot down after
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, and this
After
is still happening.
$100,000, she's
Yeah,
like, okay,
what?
now it's time for me to say something.
And this is still happening. She just reached out last month again.
What?
Yeah, and she was like, I'm sick of this shit. Like, something happened again. And I said, listen, please, like, block me. I can't deal with this anymore. I tried to get you help. Go to the police. And she's like, I will get you for fraud. I said, you are truly delusional. Like, so there is people out there
That's
that
crazy.
fall for anything. It's so scary.
They're making $100,000 apparently.
Yeah, off of my name.
That's
What the
insane.
fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Damn. Why is that not an episode of
Maybe I'm in the
Catfish?
wrong
I
business.
Right, literally.
I know. Well, the true people are the coders and like
Yeah.
the nerdy guys
Yeah.
behind the scenes. They're the ones making real good money.
Imagine being a scammer for a living.
No.
Like,
I
I know.
don't wanna.
Like,
Wouldn't you just feel bad? Like I would feel so
Exactly.
bad. I could never.
And I'm a huge believer in karma too.
Yeah, same.
Like you're gonna make all this money. You're gonna go broke as hell one day.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously worse karma than that too. Like you're taking some people's like entire livelihood away sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're all real here.
Right.
The vibe is real. I'm really enjoying this. But I think we do need to cut it because we do have a dinner to go to.
Yes, we do. And I have to pee really bad. I cannot lie.
What kind of food do you like? Hopefully.
I'm a picky eater, but I can find food to eat.
Okay.
The place we're going has a lot of options.
Yeah.
Well,
Zest, shout out to Zest Bethlehem. We love you.
Yes.
One of the best places. So you're really
I'll
gonna
find
like
something
it.
I like. Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you for having us.
Yes,
Plug
you were
your
so
socials.
Thank you for having me. You guys can follow me on Instagram, MegMDXOXO_. I'm also on Twitter, Megan_Deluca. And I'm on Twitch, MegMDXOXO. We're all different. I'm sorry, guys. And if you just check the link in my bio on Instagram or go to megandeluca.com, you can find all my other socials on there.
Yes, we will plug her below. Her OnlyFans is pretty spicy, even though she doesn't do nude, but it's fucking hot. Trust me. But thank you for having us.
yeah, thanks
For having me.
Time for dinner.
Yes, let's go eat. Wait, let's hear it. What is this?
Boosted, bitch.
What's up, guys? It's Mer.